So I feel like my leadership qualities would come into play.
Okay.
When it comes to that.
And Susan, what about you in terms of experience?
Well, like I'm not. I would say like this is more of like 60-40%, just because like I have a lot of other commitments. But I'm definitely going to be there. My other commitments are CSO, which is like China Night in the background works. I'm VP of CSO, so I've been with CSO for 2 years, and like I've been to China Night for 2 years. My first year, I just like did like the stuff in the back, so like I saw that part, how that part worked, and then last year I modeled, so I understand that aspect too. And like Pat, like I was observant for a lot of things, and super observant because I was like liaison between like model coordinators and like boards, so I had to like actually notice these things. Outside of China Night, I've what's it called? I've coordinated a fashion show in my high school, and it was such a success that like it's tradition now. Like for the past 3 years, however long I graduated, like they've been doing it. And it's also kind of like theatrical. It's like a fashion show, but like there's other like lots of aspects incorporated into it. It's one of those cultural things. So there's like acting and role playing, and not role playing, like skits. Also, I have like done runway stuff myself a long time ago. So like, I guess like the walk stuff, I know how to do it, and I know how to guide people who have absolutely no rhythm how to like do that too. And like Pat said, like we're both very like visual people. Like some people, they have ideas, but they don't know, like they see art, but they don't know how to.
It's crazy. We have like the same mind. Like I was telling her my ideas, and she was like finishing my sentences. I was like,
but we didn't discuss this.
We didn't discuss it. I was like, I don't even have to talk to you. We have the same idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next is about the scene itself. Do you plan on having any dancing in your scene?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like how
the
much?
entity is gonna do some kind of dancing. You know, like something would be going on, like the models would be walking, and then like the mask entity would be like in the background, just like whatever. Because I want him to be significant. I want people to remember him, but be confused, you know, as to what it is.
Also, have you guys seen the Alejandro music video, Lady Gaga? You know how like it's like really cold and like you know, and then there's like her leading like a group of people who are just kind of like brainless and they just like follow her, sort of like that. And
so you plan on having like a group, like
group dancing? Not necessarily though. Maybe I was just thinking.
It could be like tweaked.
Okay.
I want like my double to be able to dance, and I would dance too. Like I would do it too, and you know, the last scene has singing. I would sing.
All right. In terms of acting on stage, like verbal acting, do you plan on having any verbal acting on the stage?
No.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's too human.
And in terms of video, how much, like in terms of like volume, how much do you think you're going to use in terms of video?
I think video would be supplementary. I don't think like telling the story.
Yeah, I feel like the scene itself would tell the story. With videos, I was just like planning to like have some kind of like, you know, something to like complement the scene, like some kind of backdrop or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, then the next thing would be about the availability, first off, for the night of the show. It's actually already set. It's going to be April 21st. It's a Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
And that would mean the dress rehearsal would be that Friday or Thursday, which means you would need to be completely available. The day of the show, you need to be available the entire day from like probably like 8, 9 in the morning till it's done.
Yeah.
And dress rehearsal, you'd have to be available that entire night.
Yeah, I'll be able to do it. April
21st.
21st, yeah, I'll do that.
And the second date that's also very important is the one that's coming up. The model tryouts start October 10 to the 16th.
Okay.
It's all week. During the week, it's from 9:40 to 12, and on the weekend, it's from 12 to 6 on both Saturday and Sunday. It would be really good to have an availability for as much of it as you can. So keeping that in mind, are there any days that you know that you definitely will not be available during that week?
Weekends?
During that week, just for that, the
week.
tryout week, which is October 10th to the 16th.
No, right now I'm pretty much free.
And then, of course, for the Sundays, the Sunday practices for the models, if you get chosen for as a coordinator, it would be from 12 to 6, and you have an hour slot, which you would be picking. And so you need to make sure that you would be available during that specific slot.
Okay.
At least one of you.
Yeah.
At
I'll be
least
able
one
to
of
do
you,
that.
or if two of you,
I'll
like,
be at every single.
yeah, if you're
Yeah.
here, both of you are here, then all the better.
Mhm.
And then the last one is that we do plan on trying to have the fundraisers this year. So we're not sure about those dates though, but if you could make yourself available for at least like one or two of them,
Yeah, definitely.
as long as you
Okay.
can be flexible.
Around what time are you guys gonna have that? Like a.
We're still figuring out the dates because we're trying to organize that in terms of how many
Trying
we're
to
having.
spread it out versus last minute.
Yeah,
Right
because
before
we need
the
all
show.
to get the permits and things like that. Are there any extra like comments that you want to add for your scene or any questions that you have for us?
No, that's all. Like all that, like all I'm concerned about are just like the logistics, and you said that. You know,
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna
that
talk
would be,
about
yeah,
later.
I'd bring that up during coordinator meeting.
And I can like do a lot of the logistics, like the visual stuff,
Mhm.
like graphics, sound editing, and video making. That stuff I can all do.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm not really
Like a
planning to have like a story,
Mhm.
like in the video, just like some kind of backdrop or something.
Like an in between the scenes,
Yeah,
like something that helps.
just to like heighten the atmosphere, like the
Okay.
aesthetics to complement it.
And I think that's it, Adrian.
You're all set, bro.
Nice.
Hey,
Thank
thank you guys.
you.